What's up, YouTube? It's your guy here, Zero Shadow King here. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I felt sick, I wasn't feeling well, I couldn't talk, so I couldn't be making videos. But I'm feeling a little better now. I still have like stiffy, maybe a little bit of stiffy nose, but I'm okay now. But even though I couldn't talk that much or had a really bad fever and that, due to like being cold now and everything. But because I was sick, it gave me more time to work on more deck profiles for the future. Even though I was sick, you guys, I still worked on making new decks that I will be uploading soon. Alright? But for today, you guys, is Halloween. It is Tuesday, the 31st of Halloween. So, because it's Halloween Day, I'm bringing you guys a zombie Red Eyes Zombie World deck profile, or for the title, Red Eyes Zombie deck. So, guys, before we start the deck profile, you gotta remember, hit the like, subscribe, and comment down on things you like or dislike about the channel. Alright, guys, let me zoom out here a little more. There we go. My little desk area. It's a little mat here, it's a little bent. Alright, let's get this video started. Alright, guys, so for the Red Eye Zombie deck, I run 3 copies of Union Zombie. You can target one face-down monster on the field or discard one card, and if you do increase that target's level by 1, you can target one face-down monster on the field you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn, except zombie monsters. Also, send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. You can only use the effect of unit zombie once per turn. I run 3 of it because we do run a good number of zombie synchros here. And then I do run 3 Necro Banshee, or Banshee, whatever way most people would like to say it. So, when Zombie World is on the field, it cannot be destroyed by a card effect. Also, near player can target it with card effect. Quick effect. You can banish this card from your field or graveyard. Activate one zombie world directly from your hand or deck. You can only use this effect of Necro Banshee once per turn. So this defends our zombie world and searches it. We should really have more support to get zombie world out on the field. I feel like Konami should do that, since zombies really rely that field a lot. Then for like our Monster Reborn, I do have Zombie Master. Once per turn, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, target one level 4 or lower zombie monster in either graveyard, special summon that target. This monster must be faced up on the field to activate and resolve its effect. So it's a nice Monster Reborn. We can bring back nice level 4 or level 3 monsters we have. I do run a good level balance of level 4 monsters and level 3 to 1. Now then, for the next up, I do run 3 copies of Goblin Zombie. For this deck profile, you guys, it's not like competitive, it's more have fun and everything. And it is a 42 deck, just to balance itself. I do mostly do a lot of 42 style, and I feel like it's a good balance 40 is also a good balance, but I feel like 42 is better, in my opinion. Back to Goblin Zombie. Now, Goblin Zombie. If this card affects battle damage to your opponent, send the top card of their deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent from the field to the grave, add one zombie monster with 12 or less defense from your deck to your hand. Where we do run some monsters that have less attack, like, let's see here. Like a Glow Up Bloom or Pyramid Turtle. Now then, I do run 3 copies of Mizuki. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target one zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So it's a nice way where we use him as a link material or synchro material. Then we just have him in the graveyard ready for us to special summon a zombie monster out. That doesn't matter its level. So that's all the 3 ofs, everyone. Let's get into the 2 ofs that I'll run in this deck. A good balance of it, just because we don't use too much of their effects. For the 2 ofs, I do run, like I showed, Glow Up Bloom. One at a level 1 tuner zombie. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard at a level 5 or higher zombie monster from your deck to your hand. Or if Zombie World is on the field, you can special summon it from your deck instead. Also, either case, you cannot special summon monsters from the rest of this turn except zombie monsters. You can only use the effect of Glow Up Bloom once per turn. It's a nice way to get him to the graveyard or get him to the graveyard. Now then, for the 2 main boss monsters in the deck, Red Eye Zombie Dragon and Doom King Barbertosh. With Zombie Dragon, if you can tribute this card in attack position by tributing one zombie monster. When this card destroys a zombie monster by battle, it sends into the graveyard, special summon that zombie monster. So a nice way to bring back your opponent's monster, since they are now zombies, to our field to use them for a nice material. For the next 2 ofs, I do run. Here we go. Let me zoom out a little more. There we go. 2 copies of Gusuki. During your main phase, you can send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish one zombie monster from your graveyard except Guzuki. Special summon one zombie monster from your hand. You can only use this effect of Guzuki once per turn. So Guzuki is a nice 2 of where we can have him go to a graveyard or in our field to send Red Eye Zombie or Necromancer from our hand to the field already. Then I so far been playing around with 2 or 3, but I right now saying 2 will work for now. Pyramid Turtle. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one zombie monster with 2,000 or less defense from your deck from your deck. So a nice searcher to bring out some of our monsters that are lower attack. We do run lower attack monsters like Guzuki, Mizuki, Goblin Zombie, and Zombie Master. And then I played him so far and it's pretty good. just to have him there to bring back Zombie World from our graveyard. Immortal Ruler cannot be special summon. You contribute this card, then target one Zombie World in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So nice recovery for Zombie World. Like I said earlier, we need more Zombie World support for Zombie World itself, because zombies rely on this really, really much. Alright, and then I'll get into the one hand trap that I'm running. Plus is a nice zombie monster. 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Since it is a zombie type monster, it's nice to get her out of the graveyard sometimes. And use her as tuner as well. So technically, we're running about 8 tuners in the deck. A nice way to get faster our synchro monsters onto the field. Now then, onto the spells. For the spells, I tested this a lot. I felt unhappy with 2 or felt good with 2, but then when it came to 3, I saw a lot more wins. 3 Zombie Worlds. So I tested this a lot. I played against some people that I know, and it went well. So 3 copies of Zombie World. Then for the number 3, I played 3 copies of Book of Life. Target 1 monster in your graveyard and 1 monster on your opponent's graveyard. Special summon the first target, also banish the second target, just to get rid of some of your opponent's monsters that are in the graveyard. Easier and less painful. Then I run the 2 copies of Zombie Necrozin. If a level 5 or higher zombie monster is on the field, target 1 monster in your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase. During your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck. And if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So we can use it twice, and it helps bring back our banished monsters, so it's pretty cool. Then I do play 2 copies of Super Polymerization. Discard 1 monster and bring it out. So I might do a combo real quick here, people, just to make it so I can show you. And then 2 copies of Ever Living Underworld Cannon. I'm like, you people are about to be like, what? I never heard of this card. Like, why would you play this? It's like I said, this is like a fun, casual zombie red ice deck where technically we'll be special summoning some monsters from the graveyard or from another zombie effect. Where if you play 2 of these in the field, your opponents will take about 1,600 damage for each time a zombie monster is special summoned. So that is good. But sadly, it's like once during each player's turn, when a zombie monster is special summoned to your side of the field, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. So sadly, it's only going to be like once per each player's turn. But that's a nice burn damage to your opponent that he's going to take, he or she. Alright guys, that's all. Let's get into the extra deck. Alright, now for the extra deck, I run 2 Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon. Gains 100 attack for each zombie monster on the field and in the graveyard. When another zombie monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon 1 zombie monster from either graveyard to your field. You can only use the effect of Zombie Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon once a return. Then I do run 2 copies of Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target 1 zombie monster in your graveyard except Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord. Special summon it. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish 1 zombie monster from monster you control. Special summon this card. You can only use the effect of Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord once per turn. I love this card, but I wish they had it kept the effect from Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon, where it gains 100 attack. It should have kept that effect as well. But then again, it is a good monster. But I felt like it should have kept that 100 attack gain in defense. Now, for the 2 wolves I run here is Skeletal Dragon Ferngren. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. I really am trying. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 monster in your opponent controls or in their graveyard, banish it. If a monster is special summoned from either graveyard while this card is on the field, except during the damage step, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, negate its effect, and if until the end of this turn, you can only use the effect of Skeletal Dragon Ferngren once per turn. Alright. Then, the 2 copies of Immortal Dragon. During the wave phase, you can send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, this card level becomes that difference of the original level of that monster. When a zombie monster is destroyed by battle, while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So, I said that we run a good number of 8 tuners. Well, I didn't count this one because it's an actor deck, and we sometimes will play this, sometimes we won't. But in total, we have 10 tuners in this deck. That is mostly all for the synchros. Let's get into the fusion. So for the fusion, I do run 2 copies of Dragon Necro Never Soul Dragon. 2 zombie monsters must be special summon, must be fusion summon. Monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Battle with this at the end of the damage step. If this card battles a monster, change that monster's attack to 0. Also, that monster is still face up on the field. Special summon 1 Dark Soul token. Zombie Dark level depends on the monster you battle and their attack, with the same level and attack as the original level and attack of the monster. You can only use the effect of Dragon Necro Never Soul Dragon. That's the 2 copies. Now then, for the link monsters, I run 2 copies of Vampire Sucker, 2 copies of Vampire Fastener. With Vampire Sucker, if this card is, if you would tribute a monster or tribute summon, you can tribute 1 zombie monster your opponent controls, even though you did not control them. You can only use the effect of Vampire Sucker once per turn. You can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon it to your opponent's field in defense position, but it becomes a zombie monster. If a zombie monster is special summoned to your graveyard, draw 1 card. Then we have our Vampire zombie monster. If this card is link summon, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon it to your field in defensive position, but you can only use special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except zombie monsters. You can tribute 1 vampire monster Target 1 monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase. You can only use the effect of Vampire Fascinator once per turn. I'm really sorry if I'm saying that name really wrong. I have a really bad speech, right? Since childbirth. I finally fixed what's good, but it looks like I'm still terrible at saying the names of some people. Then for the last one, I do run Vandred Survivor. If this card becomes Vandred Slayer while it's on the field, you can only use each of the following effects of Vandred Saver once per turn. You can target one Vandred. Well, technically, we don't need that first effect. The only second effect we use is during damage calculation. If this card battles an opponent monster, quick effect, you can send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. That opponent monster loses attack equal to the level of that monster sent to the graveyard times 200 until the end of this turn. So that is my Red Eye Zombie deck for you. Now then, if you want a quick... Now, for the last part, I do run a side deck. Another copy of Vandred Survivor. Then I do run 2 copies of I'm saying this name so badly. Shower Cat. This new tuner of zombie we have. Then 3 copies of Bannerate, the Banful Valor, plus Foolish Burial, another copy of Gozuki, another copy of Zombie Necros Nice, Pyramid Turtle. Then I run 3 copies of the side deck. Paladin of the Cursed Dragon. I tested this. Sometimes it's good to have him, sometimes not, so that's why he's in the side deck. Once per turn, you can target 1 level 4 zombie monster in your opponent's graveyard that was destroyed by battle, special summon that target. Then I run 1 copy of Call of the Mummy. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 zombie monster from your hand. You must control no monsters to activate and to resolve this effect. And 1 copy of the Trap of the Imperial Tomb. When a zombie monster is special summoned from your opponent's graveyard to your field, target 2 cards on the field, destroy them. Just running the 1 here. So that is mostly it for the deck, you guys. So if you guys want me to do a quick combo on this deck, please lay it down in the comment section and I'll do it a 5-minute video of it to show you like maybe 2 combos on how to play this fun casual deck. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and it's been good. I'm feeling good now, so I'm hoping to do more deck profiles for you guys in the future. Alright guys, this has been a close to longest video I can make. I want to keep it short. I'll try and keep it short more and more for each video. But for now, Zero Shadow King out and peace out.